Hello, it's Barry, and you're watching Barry and the PI. I know I haven't been on here in the last couple of weeks. That's due to because I had a problem on my back. Uh, been to the doctor. She gave me uh, antibiotics and some painkillers and stuff, and it's getting better. So I'm going to start making my videos again. Sorry about that, but things happen when you get old. Oh, it's Friday afternoon here. Um, it's kind of windy. We've had about 4 or 5 days that were real windy and also pretty cool. I didn't get to sit out much in my chair because it was just a little too cold. So those of you that want to find a nice cool place to live when you can come here, this Tagatai area is one of the best for that. But you're higher up in elevation than, say, Manila. Well, during my time, been kind of melancholy because we lost another of my favorite singers, Nanci Griffith. She was a girl that's raised in the suburb of Austin, Texas, where I'm from. She's about 10, 11 years younger than me. She died at 68, I guess a couple of months ago. And so I started getting on YouTube and listening to some of her songs and concerts. She was a real Texas girl, loved Texas, and wrote about things that happened in her life a lot. She's a singer-songwriter, so she wrote a lot of their songs. I didn't know her until probably when I was in college. And she was only like 14 years old and already playing in a bar at the age of 14. Later on, she struck it pretty good. She's had a couple of big hit records or songs, both some which she sung and recorded, and some that other people have recorded. She sang a lot of. She won a Grammy for singing other people's songs called "Other Voices, Other Rooms," and that's really, really good. One of my favorite songs on that album is written by another Texas singer-songwriter, Towns Van Zant. He was one of the best Texas singer-songwriters. She sang a song called Caroline, and I, I may butcher it, but I'll say, the name she gave was Caroline, daughter of a miner. Her ways were free, and it seemed to me the sunshine walked beside her. That's one of my favorite songs that she did. But she was a very good songwriter. She became David Letterman's on the Tonight Show. That was his favorite singer. And he had her on many, many times over the years. And usually she'd bring some other Texas singer-songwriters with her, and they would sing on the Tonight Show. So she traveled around the world. She was very popular in Scotland, where her grandparents came from, and also in Ireland. So she played there a lot. She was one of the #1 singers. She played all over the world. I attended about every concert she did in Austin and some in other places in Texas. She would during the breaks in her concerts, I found myself standing next to her while she was drinking a beer, and we chit-chatted a little bit, but I never formally introduced myself or anything. And then, but I had this secret love for her. Well, it wasn't secret among my friends, including my ex-wife. She said, yeah, if Nanci came calling, I'd be long gone. So I chit-chatted with her a few times, and she always played at the Kerrville Folk Music Festival in Kerrville, Texas, which is a great place to go to. And at one time, they expanded the Kerrville Folk Festival and had a Kerrville Folk Festival here in the Philippines. The Philippines has some great singers and songwriters. My favorite, and a Filipino group, was Asin. And most Filipinos, when I say Asin, how do you know Asin? Well, when I first came over here, I heard a song being played, and I told my girlfriend, who is that singing? What's that song? That's a scene. And then when I moved over to Taiwan, every year a scene would come over there. It'd been like broken up, but they would get together and they would come and do a concert for all the workers, Filipino workers that worked and lived in Taiwan. I also did that in Hong Kong and several other places where there are literally thousands of Filipinos working. And so I got one of their records or CD, and I played it, and I really liked it. They're kind of folk singers, what we call folk singers, that write about the trials and tribulations of the Filipino people and hardships that they had. And so I really enjoyed that. So if you don't know who Asin is, you expats, go and check out, you get one of their CDs. They're really good. Unfortunately, they've broken up several years ago, and some still are doing appearances as individual artists. Another thing is that a few months ago we lost John Prine, another singer-songwriter who was one of the best. He had so many wonderful, wonderful songs. Sam Stone, which is about the problems of American soldiers in Vietnam. Many of them got addicted to drugs while they were there. And it's a really a great song about that. And Dear Abby was one of his big hits. It's a funny song. Uh, and Angel from Montgomery is one of my favorites. And and another Texas singer-songwriter was Guy Clark. He wrote the song, "If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught, down the road in a cloud of smoke, someplace I ain't bought. He had so many wonderful songs. Desperados Waiting on a Train. Homegrown Tomatoes. Hilarious, funny song. There's only two things in life that are free, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. So I'm hoping maybe you'll get on YouTube and watch some of these singers. Lyle Lovett, and Towns Van Zant, and Nanci Griffith. That's a Nancigriffth, I think it is. And Guy Clark, you can look that up too, and John Prine. They're wonderful, wonderful musicians, and I think you'll like them. But especially, you'll like that one in my heart, Nanci Griffith. She's a wonderful woman, a wonderful singer, and just a down-to-earth Texas girl. So I'm back. I'm going to be doing a video. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to go to Mida's new liquor store. I think it's MMB Beer, Wine, and Liquors, what it's called. And she's been over there, just came home. She's hoping for a grand opening on December 15th. We'll see if that goes off. She'll be spending a lot of time there now instead of taking care of me out here. So that's all right. I can do okay on my own for several hours a day. So, Barry's not gone. I'm right here, and keep watching. And for all of y'all, be sure to subscribe. I need to build up. I need a lot more subscribers. So like this video and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow, hopefully, barring any bumps or whatever. All right, y'all take care. We'll see ya.